So if you would have asked me about a year ago, that I would have been making this video, I wouldn't have believed you. But yeah, there's really nothing else to say but that. But before I get into this video, if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button. And also, this is something new, I am starting to stream on Twitch, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys can come check me out on there. I am also in the process of moving, so I bought a new green screen, new camera. I'm going to be doing face cam videos on Twitch especially, and sometimes I might do live streams on here. But if you guys want to go check that out, I will leave the link in the description. But let's get right to the video. Yeah, so the Lakers are out of here basically, with LeBron James being 14-1 in his first round career, I guess you could call it. Yeah, this is the first time he's ever lost in the first round, and MJ fans are having fun with this, even though I don't know why, because that kind of reminds me of somebody. But let's just talk about this for a second. Going into the beginning of the season, the Lakers improved heavily, or on paper they did at least. And if you guys don't know this for some reason, they did win the championship last year. And they let go of key pieces like Dwight Howard, who helped, JaVale McGee, who helped, Danny Green, who a lot of people clowned, but he still did help. This was a very surprising move, because the Lakers obviously did get better, or I thought that at least. And I don't know. I just don't know, because it really comes into a few factors on why the season turned out the way it turned out. The main reason is because of injuries, of course. With Anthony Davis, he had a lot of injury problems, which I'll get to in a second. But another small one is LeBron James. Throughout the season, he experienced a few issues with injury-wise. He did play throughout the first round, so that's the best highlight, I guess. But if you compare it to the second best player in Anthony Davis, he's just been injured throughout the whole season. He, especially in the playoffs, where it just really hurt the most. And when he tried to play the last game and he just left in the first 5 minutes, from the beginning it looked like he should have not been out there in the first place, because you could tell he's tried to rush back. He tried to just help the Lakers win, but it just really looked like he was supposed to be out there in the first place. And it's just, injuries really just ruined a lot of great matchups, because Phoenix and the Lakers, I would say that was a great matchup. I wouldn't say that the Suns were favored, I guess you could say, but if you just look at Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and the role players, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, even though those are two different names wise, or there's a big difference, I would say that was a good matchup, especially with players like DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson. I just love that Phoenix team. And Jay Crowder was getting in LeBron's head for most of the series, and it was a good series, but it would have been a lot better if Anthony Davis was healthy. The Lakers were down 3-2, and if Anthony Davis was playing, which he did play, but he didn't play the whole game, it could have made that series a lot more interesting. The Lakers could have potentially had a series win. But there's going to be a few conversations to have with this Lakers offseason, and the biggest one to me is around Dennis Schroeder. He will be a free agent, and he did decline an extension from the Lakers. They offered him a $80 million contract, but he declined it because he thought he was worth more. And after this playoff series, that was obviously a horrible idea. And I love Dennis Schroeder as a player. He came second in behind Montrezl Harrell in the Sixth Man of the Year player voting last season, which they got both of them eventually, which you can have a debate how you think those two turned out, with Montrezl barely playing and Dennis just playing bad. But Montrezl and Dennis are free agents, and I don't have a clue what they're going to do with them. I do not have a clue. And if you guys remember, Montrezl was expected to get a big contract after last season, and he took a big pay cut to join the Lakers for a ring. And it was a rumor that the Hornets was offering him the biggest contract. I don't remember how much it was worth, but that was obviously a mistake with him declining that. And I don't know what's going to be happening in this next year for the Lakers, or what the future is for them, because they have players like Marc Gasol, who's declining. They have players like KCP, who you don't know what you're going to get from him. Kyle Kuzma, who he's Kyle Kuzma, so we all know what to expect from him. And LeBron James. And I hope we're not seeing the decline of LeBron James, because even though he is 36 and will be turning 37 in December, we just aren't used to him being not to LeBron James. And I would definitely say he wasn't LeBron this series. He wasn't being aggressive. He would drive to the paint and pass out. He would just be a lot more. I know he was turning into a playmaker eventually, but he was just turning to a lot more of a playmaker, driving to the paint and passing and hoping that his teammates hit their shots. And I'm just not used to that LeBron, because that's not LeBron. I'm used to the aggressive LeBron, drive to the paint, dunk on somebody, get fouls. That just wasn't happening. But instead, in this last game especially, he would just complain to the refs. He wasn't even running back on defense. It's just really surprising, because after the Lakers added players like Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol, Dennis Schroeder, Andre Drummond, Wesley Matthews, and more, I was just expecting a lot more. And arguably, you can make an argument saying that the Lakers should have kept their main core that won the championship together and run it back, because obviously that makes sense. If you win a championship with a team, it makes sense to try to do it again with the same players. But they didn't make the right move, I guess you could say, and it did seem like they made an upgrade, but eventually it just seemed like everything just went downhill for them. And it's just really sad, because I wasn't expecting this, and injuries just really ruined this team's season, really, and especially to their main players. It just looked like nothing was able to click for them. But yeah, with that being said, that will be the end of today's video, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I just want you guys to leave a comment. What are you guys expecting from this Lakers team next season? Because obviously you can make an argument saying that they can bring back the same players in Montrez, Dennis, and try to retain other players, or they can trade a lot of players on the roster, especially Kuzma. I've been hearing a lot of people say it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and with that being said, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.